So how exactly is Sidwell managing to roam around town without the WSB or Anna having a clue? I guess they're just too busy doing nothing to notice. And Drew, seriously, why does he look like a crazed billy goat? It's like he's trying to win an award for most unhinged look every time he's on screen. I don't get why Monica's opinion matters so much. Does she really think that if you live in the Quartermain mansion, you're somehow owned by her? Is that the deal? Seems like it. And of course, Drew is sticking his nose where it doesn't belong again. Why doesn't he focus on his own kid for once? I honestly hope Alexis sues him for custody of Scout and takes him down. I'm so done with Drew's smug face. Speaking of fast recoveries, Drew was supposedly sedated for days, but somehow he woke up quicker than someone after a 15-minute nap. Finally, after waiting forever since yesterday's episode, we get a tiny positive step forward. I'm assuming it's Chase's words that finally convinced Willow to let Carly and Sunny have a say in Michael's care. You know, because who needs family when you've got those two, right? And then there's Sunny, making his suggestion that Carly should talk to Michael about his treatment decisions. Oh, Sunny, the mastermind behind it all. But honestly, the moment Carly stepped into Michael's room, that's when it hit me. I didn't even need to hear anything, just the way she called out his name, and Michael in so much pain, barely whispering, "Mom." Yeah, that was the emotional punch I wasn't prepared for. Now, I'm betting Michael will go with Carly's idea of moving to Germany for top-tier care. And of course, Carly will go with him. But wouldn't it be glorious if Willow packed up the kids and went along too, leaving smug Drew behind? Now that would be priceless. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. Tracy isn't going to stay behind bars for long. Trust me, she'll be back, and when she is, it's going to be so much worse for everyone. She's got vengeance written all over her. Now, can someone explain Willow's sudden about-face with Michael? They had this strong, practically unbreakable bond, and now it's like she just woke up one day and, poof, she doesn't love him anymore. No regrets, no attempts to salvage anything. She's completely checked out. Makes zero sense. Oh, and by the way, how exactly did some creepy congressman with questionable hands just order Tracy's arrest? Yeah, no, that's not how this works. As for Drew, aka Uncle Whiskers, he needs to zip it and stop playing hero. Tracy absolutely loathes him, but she loves Michael, and that means Drew's in serious trouble. Tracy could wipe the floor with him and Willow without breaking a sweat. Honestly, all she needs to do is release that video, and it's game over for Drew. Plus, she really needs to get Lila's ring back from Willow. After all that betrayal, she doesn't deserve it, and Tracy knows it. Also, let's talk about Uncle Whiskers for a second. Arresting Tracy? Huge mistake. Wait until Willow finds out about the secret Nina-Drew rendezvous while he was pretending to be Mr. Perfect with her. That is not going to go over well with her. And Michael? He's in no shape to make any decisions, but if it were up to me, he'd choose Germany. Carly should take a break and go with him. Let's be real, they both need it. Oh, and I still don't buy this whole Sasha Cody cousin thing. Someone get a DNA test, stat. I gave up watching after that Michael clip leaked, but somehow I'm still seeing these clips. And this Drew? Oh, this is not Billy's Drew. This guy has absolutely butchered the character. His face alone makes me want to scream. Honestly, the fact that he made the dumb choice to mess with Tracy while she's holding that video, delusional, she'll ruin him, and it won't even be close. And can we get a break from Drew already? Just when we thought we were done with the endless Christina, now it's nonstop Drew. It's honestly exhausting. And don't even get me started on Lulu and Emma. Please don't let them get added to the list of characters I can't stand. Willow's character? A complete disaster. She's been reduced to a total simp under the control of men, setting women's progress back a century. kinda like the US Supreme Court these days. Carly, on the other hand, just wants to wrap things up so Michael can get back to his blissful, medicated coma. Unpopular opinion, but honestly manipulative, vengeful Drew is so much more interesting than this annoying, perfect version of him. Sure, I can't stand him or Willow, but it seems like their time might be up soon. Once the Quartermaines figure out Drew's sweet spot, they'll be back to using him like the selfish cad he really is. Sidwell buys Windermere, and Ava doesn't think to ask why he's casually ignoring the fact that it belongs to Ace. Are we all just supposed to pretend the writers didn't make that glaring oversight? And oh, Sidwell's a wanted man who's just strolling around Port Charles like it's no big deal. Really? Also, can I please be a medical advisor for the show? I get it, soaps are all about glamour now, but seriously, would it kill them to put a surgical cap on when dealing with a burn victim? They used to at least pretend to care about medical accuracy. Now it's just, whatever. And Rick? The guy's a sleazebag. He knows she's been stripped of all her financial assets, and the first thing he does when she makes a check is snatch it out of her hands. I'm really hoping she didn't endorse it so she can stop payment. At least I can dream. The plots are getting dumber by the minute. Sonny's probably about to have a heart attack, and Ava will just leave him there to die. Sidwell's wandering around this tiny town like it's a good idea. Drew's about to figure out Willow's already working with Carly, and, surprise, someone's already hauling the kids to the hospital. The writers are out here trying to set records for horrible decisions. And, of course, Sidwell just wanders around Port Charles, shows up at Ava's gallery, and uses his real name. He's literally on the most wanted list worldwide, but sure, why not? And why does no one know who he is? Oh, and Drew and Nina are suddenly allowed to make decisions for Willow? Shouldn't it be her call on whether Tracy gets arrested? This is getting absolutely ridiculous. The Willow's bearable if Drew isn't around. I was actually enjoying today's episode until Drew decided to go full throttle and overstep his boundaries. Willow seriously needs to grow a spine and tell him to mind his own business. The guy's toxic. But hey, props to Jordan for finally putting him in his place. And since when do beat cops take orders from Drew? Last I checked, Anna's the commissioner. And then Willow had the audacity to say to Sonny, I don't know how things got this way. Really, you don't? Well, maybe it has something to do with the fact that when you were caught having an affair with your husband's uncle, you packed up 2 suitcases, grabbed your kids, and bolted. The very next day, your mom talked you into signing separation papers without so much as a conversation with your husband. But sure, Willow, you don't know how things got this way. And let's talk about Tracy. What she's doing right now is basically kidnapping. No wonder she got arrested. Martin shows up with a court order to hand custody to Willow, and Tracy refuses to tell them where the kids are. This feels like more than just a power trip. Who knows where this is going, but it's pretty clear she's up to something. Dear GH writers, please, for the love of all things dramatic, can Ava finally get a decent storyline? I mean, seriously, the woman is a powerhouse of talent, but instead of giving her something juicy, you've stuck her with the snooze fest that is Christina. Yawn, how about pairing her with Rick for some actual fun? They've got chemistry, they've got history, and honestly, Ava deserves some excitement in her life. And let's talk about her interactions lately. Listening to Nina rant, Trina doing her best to be a model citizen, and Lucas? Really? Can we get this woman involved with someone more thrilling, like Selena Wu? That would be a plot twist I could get behind. But hey, I've got a feeling there's something big brewing for Ava. She's got the potential for a real storyline, maybe a little trouble with the Windermere link, or an entanglement with Sidwell. That'd spice things up. Plus, let's not forget, she's still fighting for custody of Avery. And her budding bond with Lucas, I'm here for it. Let's give Ava the storyline she deserves and stop wasting her on the sidelines. Maxie really needs something substantial going on in her life, doesn't she? I mean, she's Frisco and Felicia's daughter. There's so much potential there, and yet, she's barely more than an occasional chat with someone. Come on, give her a real storyline. Sure, we all know Jack Wagner is probably never coming back. But hey, if by some miracle he did, I've got an amazing plot idea. Picture this, Frisco comes back to town, but not for a family reunion. Nope, he's got a terminal illness. The guy's looking to make amends, seek forgiveness, and get some peace before it's too late. Now that would bring some heavy, emotional moments. Imagine the scenes between Christina Wagner, Felicia, and Kirsten Storm's Maxie. Pure gold, right? Maybe it's just the redemption Frisco needs too. If GH ever wants my expertise on this, I'm ready to sign on for a retainer, just saying. Willow, what a mess. Tracy Quartermaine, that is the enemy you never want to make. Outside of Helena, I honestly can't think of anyone who can hold a grudge longer or more bitterly than Tracy. She could teach a masterclass in vengeance. And let's not forget, Jane Elliott's portrayal of Tracy is everything. I mean, she is the absolute star of the show. Brilliance personified. A living legend. A goddess. Now, what I really want is for Tracy to take Willow down a few pegs. I need to see Willow feel the full force of Tracy Angelica Quartermaine's wrath, the kind of tongue-lashing only she can dish out. It's going to be a glorious moment when Willow has to face the full fury of the Quartermaine matriarch. She deserves to feel every ounce of the shame she's brought on Michael and the kids she claims to love. Honestly, I wish Chase had been a little tougher on Willow. She needed that wake-up call to really see what Drew is doing, and just how badly she's messed up with him. Seriously, Willow? She thinks Drew is her knight in shining armor, but let's not forget, he's still a Quartermaine. The family has done far worse to each other than Drew sleeping with Michael's wife. And let's be real, if she has a kid with him, it's gonna be the same story. The Quartermaines will rally behind Drew, and Willow will be left out in the cold again. It's a sad, but very real possibility. Can Cyrus just do us all a favor and make Drew his next victim? At this point, it would save us from the unbearable agony we, the viewers, are enduring. And while he's at it, why not take out Willow too? Hand him a 2-for-1 special or something. This character has completely lost it. He's so far gone, there's no coming back. At this rate, someone just needs to end him already so we can all move on. It's beyond redemption. The whole Drew and Willow storyline is starting to feel like a slow-motion train wreck, and honestly, it's hard to see the writers actually convincing anyone they're a super couple. By now, they've got to be aware of how poorly these two are being received. I mean, do they seriously think fans are going to buy into this mess for the rest of 2025? Are they just going to dig in their heels, even though both characters are incredibly unlikable at this point? I'm worried that once Willow wakes up to what a creep Drew really is, she'll just go running straight to Chase. Unless Drew disappears to DC permanently, which honestly wouldn't be the worst option, I can't see how they'll redeem his character. Maybe they'll give him a metal hip or something. Anything to make him less of a total turnoff. Seriously, the writers are on a mission to make us hate Drew as much as possible, and Willow is right behind him in terms of sheer annoyance. I don't think Cameron Matheson is going anywhere though. I have a feeling the big reveal will be that Drew was messing around with both Willow and her mother, which will totally tank his political aspirations and keep him stuck in town. Yikes. Honestly, I can't imagine how they expect us to warm up to Drew and Willow as a couple. Drew looks like a grandpa next to her, and the whole thing just grosses me out. I do have a small hope that Willow will finally snap out of it and realize she's just hopping from guy to guy, looking for someone to save her. At that point, I'm sure she'll try to distance herself from Drew, but I can't see him taking that rejection well. Everyone's dropping like flies. Seriously, it's like Game of Thrones out here. Everyone's just dying off. Is this the show's grand plan to clear the cast? Just kill everyone off and call it a day. I mean, I loved Michael, but let's be real. I don't think he's coming back. Who's next? Please let it be Drew. I'm ready for a change. But don't worry, people come back from the dead all the time. Spencer will be back, I'm sure of it. I'm still holding out hope for Morgan's glorious return too. Now, let's talk about Michael. The actor who plays him just lost his father and surprise, wants to spend some time with his family. A shocker, I know. So he's off to be with them, and GH was kind enough to give him an open door to return. Honestly, it would be ridiculous for them to kill off Michael when they're hoping Chad will come back. As for Laura Wright, well, she's probably just looking for an excuse to take a little vacay. She'll pop in to check on Michael, and then poof, she'll be back for some random soap opera reason. She's done it before. No way in hell GH is going to cancel her. ABC adores her, the crews love her, and even the people at other ABC soaps used to worship her. She's like the ultimate team player. But for the real plot twist, the actor playing Michael decided to leave. So the Michael we know and love is officially gone. I saw an interview where GH was playing it vague, and Chad himself was like, well, maybe I'll come back, maybe I won't. It's all up in the air. So my guess? Michael's off to Germany. Why? Because that's just inconvenient enough to make those "I'm back for a visit" moments much harder to pull off. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.